What's up, fellow connoisseurs of fiction? It's me, Full0Grace, and today I'm going to be giving an overview of the book Percy Jackson, The Battle of the Labyrinth. This is the fourth book in the Percy Jackson series. I've already done an overview of the last three books. I highly recommend you watch them before proceeding with this video. Link in the description down below. Before we begin, let's quickly go over some of the characters we'll see. I've already reviewed most of the characters in my other videos: Percy, Grover, Annabeth, Luke, Chiron, Tyson, and Rachel. Half a year's passed between the third and fourth book. Luke isn't dead, Annabeth has been traveling between New York and San Francisco, Grover is still searching for Pan, and Nico has been wandering the underworld with only ghosts as company. Nico D'Angelo is a 10-year-old child of Hades. He's spent so much time traveling the underworld that his olive skin has gone ghostly white. He has sunken black eyes and black hair. He wears a bomber's jacket, a skull ring, and wields a Stygian sword. As a son of Hades, he can command the dead and shadow travel. Another important name is Hephaestus. Some less important names are the Empusa and Typhon. With that taken care of, let's get on with the actual book. We start off with Percy trying to attend orientation at his new school, but the whole thing falls apart. To his horror, he runs into Rachel, and she peppers Percy with questions until the cheerleaders make an announcement. Rachel takes one look at them and freaks. Feigning calm, she leads Percy out of the gym, claiming that the girls aren't human. She's interrupted by two of the cheerleaders, who are actually Empusa. Percy manages to kill one, but the other tricks the mortals into thinking Percy set fire to the building. He escapes, meets up with Annabeth, and heads to camp, while Rachel stays to smooth things over with the police. At camp, Percy discovers that Mr. D is gone, and a swordmaster named Quintus is filling his spot. Percy also learns that Grover has been given a week to find Pan. Lastly, Percy finds Tyson at their cabin. The young Cyclops tells his brother everything going on in their father's domain. Days later, Percy receives an iris message showing Nico talking with a ghost. The son of Hades is trying to bring his sister back, and the spirit is attempting to talk Nico into killing someone in exchange for Bianca's soul. In the morning, Percy hears all about Annabeth's plan. You see, they have info that Luke is trying to use the Labyrinth to attack camp, so they're trying to learn as much about the maze as possible. Also, Annabeth is convinced that Pan is somewhere in the Labyrinth. Later that day, while Percy and Annabeth are teamed up for a camp exercise, they accidentally stumble into the Labyrinth. They're only in there for about a minute, but nearly an hour passes above. They hold a meeting, and it's decided that Annabeth will lead a quest to the heart of the Labyrinth. But after she receives her prophecy, Annabeth refuses to share it, especially the last line. She asks for Percy, Grover, and Tyson to join her. The next day, they descend into the Labyrinth. It doesn't take long for them to get hopelessly lost. Eventually, the group arrives at Triple G Ranch. There, they find Nico, who still hates Percy. Unfortunately, the ranch owner is a supporter of Luke and plans to sell Nico to their enemies. Percy saves them all by cleaning out a horse stable and hitting 3 targets with 1 arrow. Once everyone calms down, they talk to Nico. They demonstrate that he shouldn't trust the ghost he's been listening to. They also summon Bianca, and she tells her brother that her death wasn't Percy's fault. While the others continue their quest, the son of Hades stays at Triple G Ranch to sort through his emotions. The group finds one of Hephaestus' forges. The god decides that he'll give them what they need to get through the maze, but only after doing him a favor. He wants them to figure out what's going on with one of his other forges. On their way there, Grover senses Pan. They choose to split up. Percy and Annabeth will finish Hephaestus' task, while Grover and Tyson look for Pan. While Percy and Annabeth do complete the mini-quest, it ends badly. After Annabeth escapes, Percy taps into powers he didn't know existed, and accidentally causes Hephaestus' forge to explode. The son of Poseidon wakes on an island in the middle of the ocean. Once fully recovered, the gods send him back to camp, just in time to witness his own funeral. Everyone is shocked that he's still alive after going missing for 2 weeks. They also have bad news for him. Grover and Tyson are still missing. Percy accidentally woke up the monster Typhon, and it appears Quintus was a spy for Luke. On the other hand, with the help of Hephaestus, Percy realizes how to get through the maze. Percy and Annabeth hunt down Rachel and explain everything to her, making sure she really understands just how dangerous this will be. With the help of their mortal guide, they finally reach their goal, the heart of the Labyrinth. It's there they find Quintus. They try to convince the old man to help them, but it's too late. Luke's soldiers arrive with Nico in chains, but they double-cross Quintus. While the Swordmaster fends off the soldiers, Percy, Annabeth, Nico, and Rachel escape. The four of them need to get back to camp before Luke's attack. On the way, they reach a crossroads. One way leads to camp, while the other leads to the enemy's base camp. Hesitantly, Percy goes down the evil path, and it's there he witnesses something horrible. Percy's almost killed, but his friends save him before they all escape. They run till they're out of breath, and Annabeth falls to the ground crying. They find Tyson and Grover. The whole group finds Pan and witnesses his death. Finally, they reach New York, and all but Rachel make their way to camp. There, they prepare for battle. Months after everything, Percy gets Annabeth to tell him the prophecy. You shall delve in the depths of the endless maze. The dead, the traitor, and the lost one raise. You shall rise or fall by the Ghost King's hand, the child of Athena's final stand. Destroy with the hero's final breath, and lose a love too worse than death. If you want to know the exact details of the book, then I highly recommend you read Percy Jackson, The Battle of the Labyrinth. In fact, go ahead and read the whole series written by Rick Riordan. Anyway, I'm Full of Grace, and I'll see you all next time.